Hello, welcome Solex Nation. We are so happy to be with you tonight. We love Wednesday nights because we get to do our weekly update calls.
Yes, and I always, whenever we're doing these, I'm picturing all these faces and all these people. So we love being with you. Thanks for being with us, and we hope we have some good information and maybe a little bit of fun, and we always have some bloopers.
That's right. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
The first announcement tonight is about testimonials. We want to hear from you. You want to hear from you. So we are asking for your testimonials. Now, we asked for video testimonials, and actually we had some people call in and say, can we send in a written testimonial? Yes. So we decided to change that to both a video testimony and or a written testimonial. If you'll send those into Solex at solexllc.com, if you send that by the end of June, we will give you a 6-pack of Alpha3 Passes for free as a thank you.
Included with that is the waiver. Whoever is going to be acting out your written testimonial, you don't have a say in. It could be me. I'm just joking. We're not going to act.
We're not acting out testimonials. No, but if you do send in your testimonials, that is you giving us permission to use them in places like these calls, our website, our blog, places like that, social media. So that's for testimonials.
Next week, let's talk about next week really quick.
Okay, all right.
Next week is the Legacy event.
Yes.
We know that you're well aware of this. Because of the preparations and things going into that event, our resources are going to be allotted there. So we won't be doing a call next week. Enjoy the week off. We'll miss you. We want to see you the week following. So please come back and see us, or go back and next week check out one of your favorite calls.
Yes.
Learn.
We will be back though with these weekly updates on June 15th. So no call next week. If you're in the Legacy group, you know that opens on Friday the 10th, and that is open the 10th, 11th, and 12th, and it will close on the 12th. So we will send you through email your login to get into that event.
We have had quite a few people interested in the Illuminator since we've launched it. It has been a
flying off the shelves. We cannot keep it in stock.
Yeah, it's a total juggernaut for us anyways, that it is just moving, and it's moved faster than we anticipated. As soon as we get a lot in, they're gone.
They're gone.
Get a lot in,
so
they're gone.
So what we decided is, let's show you this cool new video to make you want one if you don't already have one, and then we'll tell you how you can get one.
And you can share it too, the video.
There you go. I mean, it's so cool.
Yes,
I love my Illuminator.
Yes, me too. I use it all the time.
Yes.
I use it. Well, I won't tell you. Use it on my face. Use it on my knee. Use it on my back.
When you broke your foot.
Yeah, when I broke my foot.
Yep.
All of those. It is a powerful tool. So let's give some details. Our next mega lot, our largest lot so far, is arriving sometime before the end of this month.
Yes.
We know that it is almost a daily question with our customer service group of, can I order? You can call in and order, and essentially we already have those orders in, and they take precedence. Obviously, if you're committing now and you want it now, you'll be getting the first few Illuminators in that lot.
We'll ship them out by order of
purchase.
Yes, who orders them first gets them first.
So you're welcome. Just understand the time frame. That it's probably going to be a few weeks before we actually ship the item to you.
You cannot order in your back office right now. You have to call into customer service to order it, since we don't have them in stock.
Once this mega lot comes in, we hope that it's the mega lot that solves all of the problems, keeps everybody afloat as far as their interest in the Illuminator. It is a super powerful tool that can do a lot of good, and we already are receiving tons of positive feedback in that. So call in if you want it now. You want to commit to it now. It's going to ship in a few weeks. If that doesn't work, then wait. We'll have it in stock by the end of this month is the anticipation. and then you can get it then.
And get your Illuminator.
Yep.
All right, we had a contest on our call last week. We asked you to go onto our Facebook group, which is Solex AO Scan Official. If you're not a part of that group on Facebook, go ahead and request to be a part of that. There's a lot of good information on that group. A lot of community helping one another. I love that about that group.
Yep.
We asked you to go onto that group and to ask questions that you would like Loran to answer on these calls.
Yep.
And so we're going to draw 3 names. And you know what? We don't have their questions here. We just have their names.
Yeah.
So we're going to...
But they're going to win something.
They are going to win something, but what I'm saying is we're just going to read names. We're not going to read, we usually read what they say and all that. So we're just going to read your names, and we're going to draw 3 of you, and you're going to win Pets
The
Plus.
Pets Plus, yep. Okay.
So we'll draw 3. You want to go first?
Sure. Mix it up. Grab a name. Who do we have? Debbie Day Carlson. Thanks for your question.
All right, you hold this for me. Second one is Lori Giovannini.
Lori, congratulations.
Yes.
Pets Plus coming to you. And the last one is Suzanne Dickert. Thank you, all 3 of you. Great job, Pets Plus coming to you. And now we got a bunch of questions from all of these people for Loran.
And some of them we are answering on the call today, and then we are going to have some answered in the call in 2 weeks.
Good, that's quick turnaround.
That is quick
I like
turnaround.
that.
All right. Can we
Enrollers.
talk about the top enrollers? Because I was blown away by our top enrollers.
Yes.
First of all, our second place enrolled 3, which usually our first place enrolls 3 in a week. 3 in 1 week. And, this is for May 23rd through the 29th.
Yes.
Who was our second place?
Alexia Soares. Alexia, great job.
3 in 1 week.
I mean, the only thing that I'm like, 3 normally would have got you like a Solex silver coin. You would have been in the legacy group. Don't be disheartened by that. That's a fantastic, obviously just your commission check alone is going to be wonderful.
Yes.
But keep it going.
Keep it going. That's amazing.
You'll get your coin if you don't have one already.
Now, we have a tie for top enrollers. And these 2 people each enrolled, in 1 week, each enrolled 7.
Well,
7.
I'm going to do you one better because one of these enrolled 7, I believe, in 2 days.
Unbelievable.
Because she didn't start until May 27th. So she hit the ground on fire.
That's amazing.
So who are they?
Okay, so the first one is Rita Dickinson.
Rita, congratulations. And you enrolled Emily Tang, who is the one who enrolled on the 27th and also enrolled 7. Oh my goodness. Great job, both of you. Silver coins for the Legacy Group, Solex Silver Coin coming to you. Join us on the 10th through the 12th for that event.
Yes.
But congratulations. Great job.
Great job. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get into our call. And, we've had a lot of questions about phase 2. What is phase 2? And so we asked Loran and one of our favorites, Deborah Bruce, to explain phase 2. So we're going to go ahead and turn the time over to them.
Solex University is just about to launch phase 2. And what is phase 2? We've heard that question so many times. The other question we've heard so many times is, how do I read the reports? How do I make sense of the 1s and the 9s? And Deborah, that's what you're here for. Deborah's been reading our scans for over the last 6 years, and she is the cornerstone of phase 2 here on how to understand your reports, what makes what's a 1 and a 9, right?
Exactly.
So before I turn it over to her, let me explain something. Phase 2 is going to unlock new features in your scanner that you've never had before. Features that are only available in the big $30,000 scanner. These features are amazing. They're going to let you dig deeper, go down that rabbit hole a lot deeper before. But before we can give those to you, you need to understand how to make sense of those 1s and 9s and to read those reports. So Deborah, how do they do that?
I'm really excited about phase 2 because what it's going to do is give you a lot of the data that's been running in the background on your mobile scanner. And so a lot of you have had questions about what do the 1s mean, what do the 9s mean, how do I make sense out of that? And so phase 2, the primary focus of it is to release to you some of that background data and then actually have the ability to see that in a report form, and then you're going to be able to take that data and you're going to be able to cross-reference it to the 1s and 9s so that you start really understanding why somebody's body has the frequencies of the 1s and 9s. We basically have 13 categories of data that are going to be released to you when you finish phase 2. And it's going to just go into amazing detail on whether they have an issue that's a high cause that is referencing an inflammatory frequency, a low cause that is referencing that the frequencies are getting sluggish, and it's going to correlate your 1s and your 9s with the highs and the lows, and then cross-reference those to all the different items that are in 13 different databases. So the reason there had to be a phase 2 is if we were to just release that to you, it would be so confusing. And the reason I know that is because over the years in working with those reports with my own clients, those are the kinds of questions I've gotten over and over and over again from my clients. So I'm going to take that experience from the last 6 or 7 years and have you be able to use your mobile scanner to a much deeper degree. And also with anybody that you show it to, you're going to be able to say, well, you want to see why you have this 1 or this 9? Let's look at this data report and I'll show you the frequencies that your brain picked out that made that 1 and 9 appear in the mobile scanner. It's very exciting. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. You're just going to have a much deeper appreciation for what has been giving you the information all this time. But now you'll be able to dig deep into it and actually make sense of it with people yourself.
And the beauty of it is Deborah is such a massive, such a massive wealth of information about this, and she's such a great teacher. She's going to make it easy for you to understand, and you're going to see how these things, just the dots start to connect.
Another point I wanted to make too, though, is something you're going to really appreciate from phase 2 is just how important your inner voice is and just how much those emotions come over into the reports to where you can start correlating which parts of the body are actually being affected by those emotions. And that's extremely valuable information that will also help you use your scanner more efficiently.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Last week, we asked you all to send your questions in on our Facebook page for Loran. We know you love to hear him give answers to your questions, and so we appreciate all of you that have sent your questions in, and please don't stop now. Over the next few weeks, we will go through these questions and have Loran answer them for you. Okay. So we'll do a few today. The first question is from someone who is new to AO, and she said that she just did a body systems scan. And she had trouble emailing the report because it was 27 pages long. She said her Wi-Fi signal wasn't very strong, and she realized that. So she tried to put a SIM card in and see if she could do it that way. So she's wondering if she tries it again with a stronger Wi-Fi, would that help? Or what could she do to email that report to herself?
Okay, so the body systems scan is a big report and lots of data. So in those situations where you don't have a strong Wi-Fi where you're located, save those files down to your device, but then email them in maybe 4 reports at a time. That way it'll go through without timing out on a low Wi-Fi program. So just instead of trying to send it, just hit the email button and send it all at once. Save it to your device and just send out a few reports at a time. That will work.
That works. Could you also maybe do a portion of the body systems scan?
That's the easiest. Okay, now that would be the fastest and simplest way without having to save anything.
Okay.
So just click the first 3 or 4 or 5 reports, do those, send it, and then go back and then deselect everything and select the next 4 or 5. That would probably be the best way.
You know, and it sounds a little time consuming to do reports or to do the scans like that. It really isn't. No. It's fast. Yeah. So, okay, awesome. The next one, if my friend has been scanned with my scanner and I send her the 3-day Alpha3 pass to try, does she need to use the exact same picture I used to scan her with from my device?
Okay. Over the last year, we've modified the software to where the picture is not as critical as it was a year ago. So the answer quick is no, it wouldn't have to be the same picture. Also, you scanned her on your device, and now you've sent her, your friend, the Alpha3 Pass. She's now going to scan on her device. All of these things are frequency sensitive. So when you've scanned her on your device, it already started setting up a pattern of how your friend responds. When she now uses it on her device, that's a new piece of a puzzle. And so her device is going to scan her slightly differently than yours would. In the overall scheme of the scan, the information is going to be nearly the same. But the way your device processed that information and the speed it did is going to be slightly different. So we recommend that whatever device you use to scan on, it should be the same all the time, whether it's your PC, your device, your phone, your tablet, your profile that you set up. It won't matter if it was on your device or your PC or your tablet, as long as it's your profile. But the profile that you did for your friend is a profile that you set up on your device. So she does not have to use the same picture. We get more data now from your voice than we do from your picture. But the key is get people using the Alpha3 Pass, because now they're doing the scan on their own devices, and their profile's been set up on their devices, so it gets to know them well.
And once they start with their own subscription,
yes,
they'll keep doing it on their own device.
On their
and
own
it's
device
gonna,
anyway.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can SEFIs cancel each other out? For example, can I broadcast a SEFI playlist for abundance and wealth, then one for back pain, and then one for energy and focus? Or is it recommended to wait an hour in between different playlist broadcasts, like you recommend waiting an hour between scans? I'm confused about the most effective way to use SEFIs.
Okay. So on the only SEFIs that would cancel each other out would be like you did a SEFI for energy and another one for sleep. Well, those two are going to cancel. So you're going to get neither. But as far as abundance and then back pain and concentration and focus, none of those will interfere with the other one. So not an issue with those. You do not have to wait an hour on the SEFI when you're doing different types of SEFI broadcasts, as long as they, use some common sense. Sleep and energy are not going to make good sense to be together. But the others, no, you can put together. One thing I would recommend too, I should say I would recommend, I do for myself, is when I make a playlist, I bookend it with gratitude. So I have gratitude at the beginning, then I have everything in the middle, all the other things I want to use, 3 to 5 different things, and then I do another one of gratitude. So I bookend in the beginning and in the end with gratitude, and then everything else in the middle. I think it's good to get into the habit of being grateful for what we have. And not, it just keeps us in that moment.
I love that. Well, you kind of answered the second part of her question. What type of SEFIs are okay to broadcast continuously while sleeping, aside from a sleep playlist? You kind of said what's not okay to put with sleep.
Yeah. No, you can run any of those. When my wife fractured her foot, we played all night long. I think 6 different frequencies that played all night long. Now, and we turned the volume all the way down to 0, so we didn't hear it, but it was playing, and it was on the other side of the bedroom. It wasn't near our bed. In fact, that's really a good thing. Put your electronics at least 6 to 10 feet away from your bed when you go to sleep, because that'll help you sleep better. But we had it on the other side of the room, and she woke up the next morning with virtually no swelling and no pain. And that ran all night long. So, no, any of them will work.
I love that you brought up that story about your wife, and if you don't mind, I want to make a little comment about that.
Okay.
His wife fractured her foot, and it was in a lot of pain. She couldn't put any pressure on it. And that night, she didn't want to take pain medication. And so Loran ran the SEFIs for her, and she woke up the next morning and she said to me, I can't believe it worked. Like, she was shocked that, the swelling, I don't have swelling, I don't have pain. Well, that next night, you forgot.
We forgot.
It was
We'd
a busy
moved to a
day.
different hotel,
Yes.
and we just forgot.
And it was just a busy day, and they forgot. And the morning after that, she was in a lot of pain. And so she said, I need to run the SEFIs. And so that night you ran the SEFIs, and what happened?
Right. No more, well, I shouldn't say no pain. Probably 80% less pain and 80% less swelling.
Yeah.
So,
SEFIs work. It's amazing. I have another little story. When Kai and I were gone this last week, and he had allergies. And he said, oh, shoot, I forgot to take my allergy medication. I don't have any. And I said, run some SEFIs. And so he's like, oh yeah. So he turned it on. 20 minutes later, he said, it's gone.
Yeah. No,
Pretty cool.
The SEFI's amazing.
Yeah.
Remember, we're frequencies, guys. We're all frequencies. And when we have an allergy situation, or we have a swelling, or we have something, there's a disruption in our frequency signature. And so when you introduce these frequencies from the SEFI, you're nudging those ones that are out of balance to go back into balance. And sometimes that's all it takes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it takes, a supplement or a diet change or something, but in a lot of cases, that frequency nudge from the SEFI is all it really needs to get moving in the right direction.
Absolutely amazing. All right, let's do one more, okay? This says, question for Loran. I personally think you look younger than last summer. Do you see it or feel it? Do you feel healthier than last year? Or do you think you look younger and healthier than last year?
You want to come here and remind me that every day?
I happen to agree with her.
I've lost a little bit of weight, not because I went on a diet, just, I don't know why, just dietary changes and stuff like that. I scan every day. In fact, today I was late, so I didn't scan before I left the house. And as soon as I got on the car, I did my vitals, and then I did my optimization, and then I did my comprehensive, and then I did my optimization. So by the time I got to work, I'd done my scan. The only thing I didn't do was my inner voice, which I will do here this morning, because that I need to put here. And whenever you're doing your inner voice or your chargers or any of the superchargers, you're using headphones with those that are putting different frequencies in each ear. And you don't want to be driving a vehicle when that's happening, because your brain is functioning and processing information that could distract you. Those are the only times. Now, doing a scan in the car or any of those types of things are not going to affect your ability to stay alert. But your inner voice frequencies and your supercharger frequencies would and could disrupt your attentiveness as you're driving.
That's good to know.
Okay.
So do you attribute this new youthfulness to scanning every day?
Boy, I think it's a combination of it all. The scanning, changing some of the diet. I think I'm processing stress better.
Yeah.
And dealing with the day-to-day stuff. You know that too. You can see when your emotions are more in line with where they should be, you feel better, and consequently you're going to look better.
So true.
So.
All right. Well,
thank you.
Yes, that is such a nice compliment, really. Yeah. All right. Well, we will be back next week with more questions from you for Loran.
See you.
All right, end of the call. Giveaway time.
Yeah, always a giveaway time.
You know what, Loran? People love the hydrogen water.
Yeah, they did. So
they did.
Do it again.
Let's do it again.
Now, this time we don't have a call next week.
We don't have a call next
So
week.
this one is for 2 weeks.
Oh.
So you have 2 weeks.
2 weeks to respond to this one. And you know what? I love when we've done this in the past, and I love when they've done this in the past, of promoting things just as a community, not just to help us with ideas, but also to recognize things that are good in our lives.
Right.
Let's focus on some kindness. We're leading into summer, great time with sunshine, at least here in the United States.
Yes,
in Australia,
a little cooler.
Yeah, maybe a little cooler, but not doom and gloom. We can be kind here. why don't you think or share in this post some act of kindness that has happened to you recently? Recognize the person. Recognize the thing that they did to you to maybe change your day, put a smile on your face.
That's right.
Those sort of things. I think when we do that, sometimes we recognize those
right.
good things that happen in our lives. And then in this community, we get to see what are other ways that I could be kind to someone else.
That's right.
Right?
Kindness. I mean, and we desperately need this in the world today.
Yeah.
Some daily acts of kindness, random acts of kindness.
Yeah. So why don't you comment? Comment on this call on YouTube, an act of kindness that has been done to you recently. Write it out. Recognize the person. We'll draw 3 names, of course,
That's right.
3 names,
3
and we'll
names.
send a case of the brand new hydrogen-infused water
That's
from
right.
Solex out to you. I think that'll be great. I'm looking forward to learning from them.
Thank you, guys. We look forward to hearing from you. See you.
Bye.
Things we do for beauty.
I know. I have all kinds of problems with that.
The things you do for beauty?
Yes.
Here I am again.
No. We just said we can't say that.
Who said you couldn't say that?
Just say.
Okay.
I'm back.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Hey, have you heard the news?
Okay.